Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you had a lovely weekend. In today's video, I will be unboxing, reviewing GAOMON PD1561 and give some art advice on how I paint eyes on Medibang using this tablet. Before I get started, this video is not sponsored, so my opinions are of my own. This is also my first time using one of their tablets, so a lot of things I will say is based on my first impression of it. So without further ado, let's begin. The size of the display is 15.6 inches with a resolution of 1920 by 1080, so it is pretty HD. It also comes with a glove and instructions on how to set up the tablet, which I am also going to show you in just a few seconds. Inside the box, you will also find the USB and HDMI cable to connect the display tablet to your device. And in this little tiny package is the pen. Inside this other box, you will find the power cord, pen holder, and the screws to attach the stand onto the display tablet. If you open the bottom part of the pen holder, you will find extra nibs. It also comes with a case for the tablet display. The design of the case looks pretty cheap, but is understandable for the price range. Okay, so the tablet also comes with its own stand, and here I'm just going to quickly show you on how I screw it. It's pretty easy. So I'm going to align this part onto the holes drilled onto the tablet, making sure that the small little lever is pointing up. I screw down the top two first. After that is done, I use the lever to pull down the stand and finish putting the rest of the screws because I find that to be easier. For the tablet to work, you have to download the driver, so I went to the website stated in the instruction. And then just look for PD1561, download it and run the program. After I finish installing the driver, I'm going to connect the cables now. There is a short side and a long side. I'm going to take the long side first and connect it to the display tablet. And now I'm going to connect the shorter side onto my laptop. Also, don't forget to connect the power cord, otherwise the display won't turn on. Press the power button and you're all set. It has 10 customizable shortcut keys on the left side, and I use the two little buttons in the center for zoom in and zoom out. Another thing about this tablet is that it is not laminated. This means that there is a glass that goes over the screen, causing a gap between the color and the pen. However, it comes with a battery-free pen with 8192 pressure sensitivity level. The screen and the pen makes drawing feel traditional, like you are drawing on a paper, so it gives you a lot of control. You don't have to apply too much pressure for the strokes to come out. What I also like is that this pen gives me sharp points when I draw strokes like this. Makes it look very natural. Alright, now I'm going to test out this tablet by painting a few eyes. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the pen brush, lower the opacity, and then sketch out the eyes. I'm not going to worry about making it clean because in the end, I'm not going to show the sketch either way. After I'm done with the sketch, I added another layer below the sketch layer for coloring. I'm going to take the watercolor brush and start applying a base color. There is a slight color difference between the display tablet and my device. I tried messing around with the settings to match the colors a little bit, but this is the closest I can get. Since the color difference isn't that significant, I am not too bothered by it, but I just wanted to let you know. Here I reduced the opacity of the sketch down a little bit so that when I begin adding details, I can see through the sketch. You know what I mean? I mark Protect Alpha and continue to build up the base colors with the airbrush. Protect Alpha helps me stay within the base color that I drew previously so that I don't go onto the white background. So I've been painting for a couple of minutes now, and the shortcut keys and the pen, like the little buttons on the pen, seems to work really smoothly. Switching back and forth between the eyedropper, eraser, and the brush via the buttons on the pen transitioned really well. There wasn't like any glitch that I've encountered. One of the minor things that I've noticed though is that sometimes the display tablet will lose connection or signal. So then I double checked to make sure that my cable were plugged in all the way, and they were. It might be something to do with my device though, because prior to using this tablet I was using a different one. So probably my laptop needed some time to adjust, but right now I haven't been experiencing any disconnection, so it's been working pretty well. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this tablet. It has a decent sized screen. It's a little bit smaller than my laptop screen, but it's workable. So at this point, I added another layer above the base color layer, and I will focus on adding details in this new layer. I'm going to use the watercolor brush and the pen brush to redefine the shapes and make it clearer. And then I'm going to use the airbrush to help smooth out the edges and blend out the colors. I used a darker blue shade on the top part of the iris, keeping the bottom part pretty light. I also used the airbrush to apply a dark shade onto the pupil, and then I used the watercolor brush to go over the pupil to make it look more clear. I used the pen sharp, and watercolor brush to add lights onto the eye. I used the pen sharp brush for the eyelashes, like so. Afterwards, I used a smudge brush to soften the edges of the eyelash. I'm gonna do the same thing with the other eye. I'm just using the same technique as I did with the first one. If you want to add more details to the iris, you can just use the pen brush, lower the opacity down a little, and then draw dashes of line around the iris, concentrating mostly on the darker areas. This technique gives the iris a little bit more texture. And because this tablet isn't laminated, the cursor of the pen might not be as accurate. But the process of drawing, there really isn't any lag that I've encountered. Any products, no matter the price, can have some minor issues. So that's why I wasn't really bothered about some slight issues that I've encountered with this tablet. I think this product serves its purpose of what is intended to be used. So that is all for today's video. I hope that it was informative, and thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and take care.